You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's up, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Brian here, and I am very proudly to announce a very special video for, it is going to be a NASCAR Authentics diecast review, but it is going to be a 4-part little mini-series I will be doing. That's very special. As you guys know, if you guys saw me on my social media, on my Instagram or Facebook, I think I did a live feed or something like that. Live stream, live feed, you know what it is. Same stuff. I did give you guys a little emphasis of some cars I got from Wave 7. If you guys saw my other reviews, like the Larson, the Truex car, then this one is another hyped review that I'll be talking about. Plus, these cars were also released in Wave 8 and also in the Meyer Wave, which haven't been out yet, so this is the diecast set that I think a lot of you guys are going to be waiting for. But without further ado, I will be going ahead and give you guys an introduction to the Darlington Throwback set for the Hendrick Motorsports cars for NASCAR Authentics, and this is something that you can only get at Toys R Us. It comes in a 4-piece set and comes in this nice cool little box right there. You can see right there, nothing too crazy. Lots of NASCAR Authentics marketing, but you can only get at Toys R Us. And here's the back of the I almost said car. We're going to be getting to the cars very soon because this is a diecast review. But here is the back of the diecast set, which is pretty cool. Something a little more different that we got. And this is the second time that NASCAR Authentics has done a Toys R Us exclusive wave. If you guys remember, they did a 5-pack car set from 2014, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2014 or 2015. But that was a cool set. So it seems like Toys R Us at Hendrick Motorsports really know how to create a good alliance. But we're going to go ahead and unbox this bad boy, and I'll catch you guys with part 1 for this diecast review set. Alright everybody, welcome back, and this is going to be part 1 for the Darlington Throwback diecast set. And today we'll be doing a NASCAR Authentics diecast review on Kasey Kahne's 2017 Great Clips Chevrolet SS for Hendrick Motorsports. Now this is a really cool car that I picked up at my Toys R Us along with the other cars from Wave. Well, I would say it's a wave number, but it is an exclusive wave from Toys R Us. That's what happens when you get to those wave diecast guys. They really kind of throw you off, especially with these exclusive waves. But the packaging is nothing too crazy. I mean, this is the first time we actually got a retailer, you know, on the packaging, so that's kind of cool. A little bit on the generic side because we don't have Kasey Kahne's name or, you know, any of that bright packaging. But then again, these are meant to be displayed in the box. But, of course, the crazy SOB like me, I will be taking this car out of its box, and we're going to be going ahead and give you guys a closer look at the Kasey Kahne Great Clips throwback car. Alright everybody, we got this diecast out of its box, and just this car just looks beautiful. It's a lot more better and brighter looking, and has a lot more meaning to it, unlike last year's throwback car. But I do have that car with me. But before we go ahead and look at this beautiful Jeff Bodine throwback paint scheme, we're going to be going ahead and look at the little plastic hood accessory that comes with this. I'm glad I didn't call it a magnet for once. Man, lots of great possibilities on this diecast review, but nothing too crazy right there. I mean, you got the traditional hood that comes with this, and it's pretty cool. You got the number 5 Great Clips, the throwback 5. That's another cool feature right there. Glad they decided to bring that back. I know they had that last from 2015 when he did another Jeff Bodine paint scheme. And we got Kasey Kahne's fake signature and the great looking Great Clips logo. And as I point out in my Wave 7 review, some of the cars I've reviewed in Wave 7, we got the updated NASCAR Authentics logo for this exclusive Toys R Us wave, so that's awesome. Although, you can see right there, that's the old Lionel Racing, the Lionel NASCAR Collectibles logo, so, oh well, at least we can't see it. But, then again, still no magnets, but still a cool accessory regardless. But we're going to go ahead and display that and get back to the moment you guys been waiting for, the diecast. And man, oh man, is this car just beautiful. It's representing the traditional Levi Garrett paint scheme that Jeff Bodine drove from 1985 to 1989, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, he is also your 1986 Daytona 500 winner, and he won in this paint scheme. So this car really has some great history, especially for Rick Hendrick as well. You know, pioneering this driver with that and his team. So I guess you could say this guy was the pioneer for the number 5 Hendrick Motorsports car. But sadly, we will be saying goodbye to the number 5 for next year, because you guys know Chase Elliott will be taking over the 9 and all the other numbers, which, you know, Willie Byron will be in the 24. Dale Jr. is leaving this year, so Bowman's going to be taking over 88 and the 48, driven by Jimmy Johnson. So Hendrick Motorsports is going to be looking a lot more different this year, so might be a good reason probably to pick up this diecast, because it will be the last Kasey Kahne throwback that we'll be getting for his Hendrick days. I mean, I am aware that he will be driving for Levine Racing next year in the 95. But then again, that leaves Michael McDowell of a ride, so it's kind of hecting a domino effect. So 2018 silly season's already looking crazy so far. But back to this paint scheme, guys. Really glad they went back with the Jeff Bodine paint scheme. I know they did that. I know last year we had the Terry Labonte throwback, which we'll be showing you guys right here. Which, you know, I mean, they did a great job, you know, replicating it. But it just, I don't know, it didn't really got that much attention to everybody. Plus, it was also canceled in 1/64 scale, and this you can only get, and the only way you got this 1/64 scale car was from NASCAR Authentics, and I believe you got it from the first 2 waves for this year. So yeah, not too many people were happy about this car, but still cool that, you know, NASCAR Authentics made this. So it is an exclusive car, so probably recommend picking this car up. Back to the back to this great car, as I just point out that corny ass pun. Oh, look at that, there goes my cursing. So, yeah, this review is now going to be PG-13 now. I hope you guys, sorry that I apologize, guys. It's been a hard-working day. But, back to this, this ain't going to be such a great review after all. Oh boy, it's going to be like a Race Day 2011 review now. Robbie Newman, if you're watching this video, hope you are enjoying this as much as I am, because I'm about to turn bright red if I say any more, you know, great words. Okay, enough of the puns. These are looking like my my old reviews. But the Jeff Bodine paint scheme, guys, as I previously mentioned, or was about to mention before that low interruption, he drove this a similar paint scheme to this back in 2015. It was like it was the HendrickCars.com car, and it still had the star and the number 5. So unfortunately, that car was canceled in the 1/64 scale. It was only made in the 1/24 version. So if you guys have the 1/24 version of his 2015 car, then this car is going to look really nice with that, guys. And there's 3 ways you guys can get this car. You can get it in the Toys R Us exclusive wave, which is priced at $21.99 with tax and all the other fun stuff. I will say one thing though, guys: do not order Toys R Us online. I had a bad experience with them and probably won't do it again. So I highly recommend it, guys. If you guys want to get this car, get it at Toys R Us in stores, because I had a little screw up with them and they sent me the wrong items. So that's just my little review on Toys R Us. Who knows? Maybe I'll go more into detail with that with all the other diecasts. But I'm sure you guys don't want to hear about that. You guys want to see the diecast. And as you guys can tell, this is a Hendrick Motorsports car. So 2 things about this car that makes it inaccurate. I mean, it does have the Darlington Throwback contingencies, which is really cool. So that's a nice little feature that they put. And the Darlington Throwback Goodyear Eagles, which they are white instead of yellow. We also got the updated spoiler as well. Not really updated anymore, but glad to point those features out. White chassis, you know, nothing too out of the ordinary. That's mostly standard for NASCAR Authentics cars. But no Monster Energy logos on the front, and no name banner on the back. And, yeah, no Monster Energy logos as well, because even if they could do that, first, they can't do it in the 1/64 scale, because can't sponsor energy drinks to little kids, so that's why they couldn't do that. And Hendrick Motorsports is very biased with their Mountain Dew, because you guys know Hendrick Motorsports is with Pepsi and Monster is with Coca-Cola. So Pepsi and Coke, yeah, I don't see how those 2 could work together. But enough of that little history lesson, even though this is a retro car, so kind of around and give you guys a little history lesson about these diecasts. But what more do I guys say about this car, guys? I say it's a great buy. It's probably my favorite throwback for Kasey Kahne. Last year's was pretty cool, but I think this year they really stepped it up. I'm glad they went back to the roots and gave a really cool throwback car. I mean, I do like how, another thing to point out, guys, I think this was, since these were both in the same year, in the same decade, I don't know, that's pretty cool. I think this is how all Hendrick Motorsports cars were back then, especially for number 5. The only thing that's very similar about this paint scheme from 2016 to 2017 is that V. So that's pretty cool. But if you guys can tell me what that V is for, I would love to. And my curiosity really is kind of skyrocketing now because of that. But anyways, guys, this has been a NASCAR Authentics diecast review on Kasey Kahne's 2017 Great Clips Chevrolet, the Darlington Throwback Great Clips car. My apologies for that, for Hendrick Motorsports. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a good comment, like. If you guys have not already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more of the latest NASCAR Authentics diecast reviews and many more to come. But until then, guys, this is the original Big Bri. Thank you guys so much for watching, and feel free to click that bell notification, and I will see you guys next time on the next episode of the NASCAR Authentics diecast reviewing series.